Army floods every corner. Why are Taekook fans taking over even the hills? Tampa, the city is no longer just preparing for a concert. It is bracing for something far bigger. Hours before the first note is even played, waves of fans have already transformed Tampa into a living, breathing ocean of anticipation. Streets, stations, sidewalks, even the hills surrounding the venue are no longer just places. They are now part of a phenomenon. At the center of it all stands BTS and, more specifically, the magnetic duo that continues to ignite global curiosity, Kim Tae-young and Chun Jungkook, known collectively by fans as Taekook. And Tampa? It's already overwhelmed. A city that never expected this. Long before sunrise, fans had begun gathering across Tampa. Some had camped overnight. Others had traveled across states and even continents just to be present. Not inside the stadium, not necessarily with tickets, but close enough to feel something. Because for many Army, being near BTS is not about seats, it's about energy. By early morning, reports confirmed that not only were official areas filled, but unexpected locations had also become hotspots. Parking lots, roadside sidewalks, nearby parks, and most surprisingly, the hills overlooking the venue. The hill phenomenon, where Taekook rules. It started quietly. A small group of fans climbed one of the grassy hills near the concert area. They brought snacks, blankets, and posters. But not just any posters. Every single one featured Taekook. Within hours, the hill became something else entirely. A gathering point, a symbol, a statement. Fans waved banners with bold phrases, "Taekook forever. We see you." This is not a coincidence. Some posters showed moments from past concerts. Others displayed edited photos, intense gazes, subtle touches, shared smiles that fans have analyzed for years. And then more people came. And more. Soon the hill was no longer just a hill. It was a movement. We don't need tickets to feel this. One fan who had traveled from California said, "I didn't get a ticket, but I couldn't stay home. Not today. Not when Taekook might be on that stage together again." Another fan added, "This isn't just a concert. It's history." And Taekook moments? They're unpredictable. You have to be here. Just in case. That phrase, "just in case," echoed across the crowd. Because if there's one thing Army knows, it's this. Taekook moments don't follow scripts. Social media meltdown. As images from Tampa began circulating online, platforms exploded. Videos of fans climbing hills. Drone shots of massive crowds outside the stadium. Close-ups of Taekook posters fluttering in the wind. Within hours, hashtags like hashtag Tampa goes purple, hashtag Taekook hill, hashtag BTS in Tampa, hashtag Erupts takeover were trending worldwide. Some fans watching from home couldn't believe what they were seeing. "This looks like a festival, not a concert," one user posted. "Why are there more people outside than inside?" Another questioned. But perhaps the most viral clips? Fans chanting, "Taekook. Taekook, Taekook," in unison from the hills. The sound that shook Tampa. By afternoon, something unexpected happened. Even without music playing, the air itself began to vibrate. Chants. Loud, rhythmic, emotional. "Taekook, Taekook, Taekook." The sound echoed across buildings, bounced off structures, and carried into areas far beyond the venue. Local residents stepped outside, confused but quickly realized they were witnessing something rare. A collective voice. Not organized, not controlled, just real. Why Taekook? It's a question that continues to spark debate, curiosity, and endless discussion. Why does this duo within a group already known for global dominance generate such intense attention? For many fans, the answer is simple. It's the connection, whether it's shared glances on stage, synchronized movements during performances, or quiet, almost hidden interactions behind the scenes. Fans believe there's something deeper, something unscripted, something real. And Tampa? It feels like the stage where that mystery might unfold again. Security and surprise concerns. As crowds continued to grow beyond expectations, local authorities began increasing security measures. Officials confirmed that while the situation remained under control, the number of fans gathering outside the venue, especially on elevated areas like hills, was unprecedented. Barriers were extended. Patrols increased. But even then, one thing became clear. This wasn't chaos. It was passion. Inside vs outside, two different worlds. While thousands prepared to enter the stadium, an equally massive crowd chose to stay outside. Some set up portable speakers. Others live-streamed updates. Groups formed mini fan zones, singing BTS songs, sharing stories, reliving past moments. And always, Taekook remained at the center. Tomorrow will be different. As night slowly approached, the energy didn't fade. It intensified. Lights from phones created a galaxy-like glow across the hills. Fans sat together, some emotional, some silent, some simply staring toward the stadium, waiting, hoping, believing. One fan whispered, "Tomorrow isn't just a concert. Something's going to happen. I can feel it." Tampa doesn't sleep. As midnight approached in Tampa, something unusual happened. No one left. Instead of dispersing, the crowd seemed to grow even stronger. The hills remained full, sidewalks turned into resting spots, and fans wrapped themselves in blankets, not to sleep, but to stay. Because leaving meant risking missing something. Small groups formed circles, sharing stories of past concerts, unforgettable Taekook moments, and theories that ranged from emotional to unbelievable. Some replayed old clips of Kim Tae-young and Chun Jungkook on their phones, pointing at subtle gestures as if decoding a hidden language. "Look at this moment," one fan whispered, replaying a clip. "This is why we're here." Rumors began to spread. Around 1:30 a.m., whispers started moving through the crowd. Not official announcements, not confirmed updates, just rumors. Some claimed they saw black vans entering, restricted backstage areas earlier than expected. Others insisted that rehearsals had already begun inside the stadium, even though no schedule had confirmed it. But the most explosive rumor? Taekook practiced a special stage. Within minutes, the phrase spread like wildfire. Phones lit up. Messages flew. Hashtags evolved. No one knew if it was true, but no one wanted to ignore it either. The hill turns into a watchtower. By early morning, the hills surrounding the venue had transformed again. Fans began organizing positions not randomly, but strategically. Higher ground meant better visibility. Even if the stage wasn't fully visible, screens, lights, or even shadows could reveal something. Some brought binoculars. Others used cameras with zoom lenses. A few even set up live streams titled Taekook Watch, live from Tampa Hill. The energy? Intense. The silence between chants? Even more intense. First signs of movement. At approximately 8:12 a.m., a sudden shift rippled through the crowd. A vehicle convoy was spotted entering a secured entrance. Black SUVs, tinted windows, security tightening instantly. And then screams. Not because anyone saw clearly who was inside, but because of what it meant. They're here. They're really here. Chants began again, louder than ever. BTS, BTS. But within seconds, another chant overpowered everything. Taekook, Taekook, Taekook. Inside the unknown. What was happening inside the stadium remained a mystery, but fragments began to leak. A staff member, identity unconfirmed, posted a cryptic message. "Today will be different. Watch closely." That was all it took. Speculation exploded. Was it about stage design? Setlist changes? Or something far more personal? Fans analyzed everything. Even the smallest details became evidence. 2 microphones reportedly placed closer together during soundcheck. A stage platform adjusted at the center. Lighting rigs repositioned in a way fans claimed was unusual. For most people, these details meant nothing. For my especially Taekook supporters, it meant everything.